I hope you guys enjoyed how to make... Hi you guys, welcome back to the kitchen. It's me, Robert Jones. Today we have a special treat for you. We're going to learn how to make a cracker crumb stuffing. This is my grandfather's recipe that we've been using for years and years, and it makes a great base. So don't consider it to be a finished product, but a base for starting what you guys want to do. It is perfect for stuffing in the bird. You can have it on the side just as a dressing and bake it. You can do all kinds of different stuff with it. We even use it for parties sometimes, roll it into balls and fry it and just put gravy on it. It's a nice treat. I hope you guys give this a try. To make the stuffing, we're going to need a couple different things here. This is a Depression age recipe, meaning that it was born of necessity, probably in the 1930s, with what people had around. And over time, my family has changed it, altered it, upgraded it, whatever you want to call. But still, the bones of this recipe are still the same. So let me tell you what you got here. We've got some onion, we've got some butter, we've got poultry seasoning, we've got watered chestnuts, which I just love. You can use them fresh if you want. I've got some sage, and of course we have crackers, since this is a cracker crumb stuffing. So let's get started. Basically, we're going to need 1 cup of crumbs per recipe, but of course I'm feeding an army, so I have multiple cups of crumbs. So what I do is I just take the bowl, and then I take the crackers and I just smash them. Just smash them. It's a good time to get your aggression out. You don't need them too small. And then just dump them in there. And now I'm just cheating. Crackers.
Oh, there we go. That's what needs to happen. So it's important to keep the steam down. There's a steam, keep it down so it pops. There it is. And one more time. Since I have people coming for lunch today, they're getting early food. Early Thanksgiving food.
Okay, so there's our crackers. Now, the problem is, or I guess it's not really a problem, is we just need to know how many cups or crackers are here, so.
I'm gonna call that 2. 4.
6. I'm gonna call that 7 cups of crackers. Put that in there. Break up the big wall. Make some music. Okay, so since I'm looking at my recipe here and we have 7 cups of crackers, we are going to need a 1/4 teaspoon of poultry seasoning per, and that equals 2 3/4. But here's the deal. So I'm going to be using some fresh sage because I'm trying to upgrade this a little bit. You don't have to. You can totally use the powdered sage and it's fine. But the fresh sage is going to give it some nice unctuousness. So let's chop some of this up. Now, if you've never used sage before, know that it's very strong. And I pull it off the stems here, right where the, you see that? Right where the leaf attaches to the stem, I pull it off. Whew, it's very strong. I love it. It smells really good. Maybe a little bit more. Alright, that much. So not that much. Like I said, it's very strong, and I want to make sure that this gets minced up really well. So what I do is I roll it up, and then with the knife, mince it. Make it a chiffonade. Keep your fingers back. You can do this. Even if you've never done it before, you can do this. Okay? And then if you scoop it together and then turn it the other way, you see we have little lines this way. We go this way, we can make it tiny mince. You can do this. Okay, let's set that aside. I've also got, where did it go? I've also got the onion. So we're going to saute those in a little bit. Now, we need to figure out how much butter. So we have 7 recipes times 2 tablespoons of butter. So 14 tablespoons of butter. So let me measure that. 14 tablespoons of butter. Okay, we've got our butter. Now, I'm just telling you, I'm just going to go to the stove and I'm just going to saute all of this together. Y'all know what that looks like. I will show you in 1 second what that looks like. Okay, in the meantime, we have water chestnuts. Water chestnuts are delicious. They add a nice crunch. You can buy them fresh and prepare them and all that, but I'll tell you what, this is easy, and I don't think it changes the flavor that much. There are certain things that I just don't think it's worth it. Water chestnuts is one of them. And oh, and I dump out the water too. You guys want to see the water? Water. Because you don't need the water. And here's what they look like. If you're looking for these, they often are in the Asian food section. Let me taste. Mmm. Crunchy, delicious. Water chestnuts. Back to our crackers. We're going to add the poultry seasoning. And I said it was a 1/4 teaspoon of poultry seasoning per cup. But I'm going to do a little bit less since we're going to put the sage in there. So I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of this. We're also going to do some black pepper. So let's see, we need 7 times. So we need about a teaspoon of black pepper. Oh, I also didn't mention we're using unsalted tops because I want to be able to control the salt in my stuffing. So I'm going to mix this. Okay, so give this a stir, and then let's talk about this for a second, because this is something that you can make any way you want. This is the base. This is kind of like a basic dough, basically. You can put anything you want in here. We like water chestnuts. Some people like celery. I can't stand celery, so I never put it in, but you could put celery, you could put oysters, you could put, I don't know, what do you like, artichokes? I mean, whatever you like, try it in here. Because this is just a really good base. It's basically crackers and butter with, you know, veggies. Oh, I forgot some salt. And then because we're controlling the salt ourselves, I'm going to add it in the way I want, about a teaspoon for the whole thing. Oh baby, listen to me. Okay, now the basic recipe for this calls for water, but I doing an upgrade, I'm going to be using some chicken stock to give you some more flavor. And I'm going to pop this in the microwave. We got our salt. We're going to put our water chestnuts in. It doesn't matter, you can just dump them in. Maybe I need a cook's treat. Love them. If you've never tried them, try them. Okay, we've got our hot chicken stock here. And I'm going to put that in after I put the sauteed vegetables in butter. You remember our onion and sage? We did a little sauteing, so that goes in here with all of our butter goodness. I told you guys this was easy. And give this a toss. Get the butter distributed in the vegetables. This is called folding. Under, through. Under, through. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. This, to me, right now, this is the smell of Thanksgiving. When this gets made. Okay, so take a look at it. So the butter is all through it, and it still seems kind of dry. So I've got 2 cups of chicken stock, because that's my measure, but you don't have to use that much. And I'm going to start with about half. Put about half, and then I like to give it a toss. And now the reason I'm tossing it is I'm trying not to break the crackers up too much. I don't like to make it into mush. It will eventually become mush, but, you know, for the meantime, I don't want it to be like kneaded dough. Okay, and it's still dry, still looking a little dry, so I'm going to put the other half. You can smell the pepper and the poultry seasoning and the butter and the onion, and that is looking about right. So you see how it sticks together? Sticks together in chunks, but it's not mush. That's about what you want. Again, add what you like. My recommendation, though, is if you add more vegetables, just make sure you cook them before you put them in here, because maybe you're going to bake this, or maybe you're going to do stuffing with this. But if they're not cooked, then they just get weird and crunchy and oh. Some people even like to put nuts in this. I think my mother likes to put almonds and stuff in it, but that's not my deal. But so we're gonna put this in the pan. I'll give it a taste first. Mmm. So good. Okay, I just have a 9x9 here. This having enough butter in it, it doesn't need to be buttered or anything else. So I'm just doing this as a baked item. You could totally stuff your bird with this. Oh, and by the way, this is kind of cooked, so you could totally eat it now if you wanted to, just some gravy. But I'm gonna bake it. I'm having people come for lunch later, so I'm gonna bake it, and I will oh, what the hell, I'll taste it now for you. And then I just kind of smush it down. And I like to cover this with aluminum foil so it doesn't dry out. How good does that look? And then just a piece of aluminum foil, just to keep the dryness away while you bake it. And so you bake it for, I don't know, 20, 25, 30 minutes. Just till it gets hot. It doesn't have to bake, it just has to get warm. There you go. I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make my grandfather's stuffing. Remember, you can use this for lots of different things, and your imagination can go wild after adding different things to it. Thanks for watching, you guys. You can find me on the web everywhere at EudaemoniusMarkII, EudaemoniusMarkII, M-A-R-K-I-I. Thanks, you guys.